Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to SikhRI's 5th day of the Vaisakhi countdown celebration. Today, I want to talk to you about my new New Year's resolution. One thing I love about being Sikh is that we get two opportunities. We get January 1st on the Gregorian calendar, and we get Vaisakhi, which is the most special day in the Sikh calendar, in my opinion. And I'm excited for that because I get to choose a new resolution for this year. And my resolution has to do with Vismad, amazement, wonderment, because I think that, frankly, living in that state or attempting to live in that state will make my life richer, fuller, and make me realize Ikkonkar all around me. The word Vismad comes in Asakivar, in the third chakra. And the lines which we can show below are Vismad Nad, Vismad Ved, Vismad Ji, Vismad Ved. That's the first line. And this idea of Vismad, as explained in Sri Guru Granth Sahib by Guru Nanak Sahib, is that no matter what's happening around, Guru Nanak is in amazement of it. And I think that's a really beautiful thing, because it's easy in my day-to-day life to feel like a lot of things are going wrong, whether that's on a global scale, on a local scale, with me personally. There's a lot of challenges that life throws your way, and I think throws my way. And I think that the only real way to make sure that I am showing up to the challenges that life presents is to try and be in this mode. Let me give you some examples. I think that the default for a lot of people when they have something unknown is fear or suspicion. And that's a natural response. You don't know what's going on. I think but that can really lead to some terrible outcomes, because at the end of the day, everything is part of Ikkonkar. And being in Vismad is understanding that, Vismad Roop, Vismad Rang, Vismad Nage Firijan, that there's different roops, there's different forms, there's different rangs, there's different colors. And even the animals that are running around naked are part of that creation. And so showing up with Vismad to me is, when there's something new, how can I see this as a wondrous part of me and all of Ikkonkar, rather than seeing it as something apart from me or someone different? Because I think when you see similarities, it's very easy to connect. But when you see differences, especially differences that you become emotional about or you disagree strongly with, it's much harder to be in that state of Vismad. But it's even more important in those instances to be amazed at the diversity of people, of thoughts, of beliefs. The second reason that I think Vismad is so important is because it helps set a healthy context to some of the issues that I see in the world. It's easy to read about things like the earthquake in Syria and Turkey, or any number of dictators around the world, or people who are just abusing their power, and to think, to just feel honestly depressed, or to feel like, what can I do against such odds? And I think the reframing, in this salok, Guru Nanak Sahib says that, there's Vismad in Sanjog, there's Vismad in Vijog, Vismad Puk, and Vismad Pog. So there's amazement in union, amazement in separation, amazement in the hunger, and amazement in the overindulgence. And I think that the reframing of Vismad in this way of the world helps me realize a few things. Number one, that it is all part of Ikkonkar. Vismad Videkhe Hajra Hajur, that the one is all around us and ever present. And so maybe it takes a little bit of that burden off, that everything has to be on me or on us. But the second thing it does is it changes the framing to be one where this is also just part of life. And that doesn't mean that we shouldn't help and try and make the world a better place, but that ultimately, realizing you're part of a larger whole is also accepting the fact that you can't change everything. And if you try and be responsible or accountable for everything that happens in the world, you're going to end up burnt out. And we see it in a lot of people who fight for causes from a place of anger or a place of resentment or a place of frustration. And that has gotten me somewhat far in some situations. But the real way where I've been able to make any changes in my life, whether it's me talking to myself or whatever small changes I've been able to make in the world, have all come from a place of amazement, of bismillah. And so it's a reminder to me that whatever you're pulling from is going to come out in the world. And if your source of strength is that of amazement, of awe, of understanding the connectedness of things, that is a healthier place for me to pull from than some of these other emotions. I hope I can take, this attitude and this perspective and bring it into my everyday life, because I think that ultimately that will make my life richer no matter what comes my way. Thank you for listening, for being a supporter of SikhRI, and would love your thoughts. How do you experience bismillah? Vaisakhi Ji ka Khalsa, Vaisakhi Ji ki Fateh.